everyone, this is Guzman and welcome to my YouTube channel. For today's video, our lesson is about verifying trigonometric identities. And without further ado, let's begin. We have four main guidelines for verifying identities. So number one, learn the fundamental trigonometric identity. So mahalaga, every time mag-verify tayo or magpo-prove tayo ng different identities, dapat kabisado natin yung basic or fundamental trigonometric identities natin. And whenever we see either side of the fundamental identity, dapat papasok na agad sa isip natin yung kabilang side. And for example, pag may nakita tayong Pythagorean identity, let's say for example, we have sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta is equal to 1. Siya lang din yun kapag nakita tayo ng identity na iba yung ayos. For example, naging sine squared theta is equal to 1 minus cosine squared theta yung kanyang ayos, dapat alam na agad natin na Pythagorean identity yun. Mahalaga, nakabisado natin yung fundamental trigonometric identities natin. Number 2, start to rewrite the more complicated side of the equation. Every time makita tayo ng equation, when we are asked to prove or verify identities, umpisahan natin dun sa mas complicated and then ihalin tulad natin siya dun sa simpler side of the equation. Number 3, express all the trigonometric functions in terms of sine and cosine. Simplify muna natin into sine and cosine terms para mas madali. And then kapag na-simplify na natin sa sine and cosine terms, isi-simplify na natin to simpler identities. Number 4, use algebraic techniques to manipulate one side of the equation. So, number 4, nandito papasok yung factorization or even yung conjugates natin. Kasi, kapag natapos na tayo sa identities, maaaring pumasok na dito yung mga algebraic solutions natin. And ginagamit natin ito para mas simplify pa yung ating equation. So, that's 4 main guidelines in verifying or proving trigonometric identities. And to apply all these guidelines for verifying identities, let's take 8 examples. So let's start with example number 1. Example number 1, given cosecant theta tangent theta is equal to secant theta. So kapag makita natin problem, alam na natin agad kung ano yung mas complicated na equation. This side of the equation, the left side of the equation. Gagawin natin, we will use now the fundamental trigonometric identities. And para sa part na to, cosecant theta, gamitin natin yung reciprocal identity. So, by reciprocal identity, cosecant theta is equal to 1 over sine theta. So, this is from the reciprocal identity. Ayan. And then, meron pang isa, yung tangent theta. So, sa tangent theta naman, we will use the quotient identity. So, tangent theta is equal to sine theta over cosine theta. Sine theta over cosine theta. So, this is from the quotient identity na tinatawag natin from the fundamental trigonometric identities natin. And this is equal to secant theta. And now, dahil nagamit natin yung fundamental identities, we use the algebraic solution. So, i-cancel natin yung sine theta. Cancel. Cancel. Ang matitira dito, we have 1 over cosine theta is equal to secant theta. And by reciprocal identity, 1 over cosine theta is equal to secant theta. This is the solution for example number 1. Example number 2, we have given the equation sine squared negative theta plus cosine squared negative theta is equal to 1. So, we use the 4 main guidelines ulit. Ano natin gagawin? Para mas simplify natin, labas muna natin yung square. So, para ilabas yung dalawang square na ito, we have sine negative theta quantity square plus cosine negative theta quantity square, and this is equal to 1. Next na gagawin natin, we apply fundamental identities. So, anong i-apply natin na identity? Kung mapapansin natin, merong negative yung ating angle. Negative yung ating angle, negative theta. And gagamitan natin ng even-odd identity. So, paano yun? This is equal to negative sine theta by even odd identity. So, sine negative theta is equal to negative sine theta. So, ayan na yan. And this is square plus, by even odd identity ulit, fundamental identity, cosine negative theta is equal to simply cosine theta na lang. So, this is cosine theta square. And from even odd identity din yun, is equal to 1. And then, by algebraic solution, negative sine theta quantity square is positive sine squared theta na lang. Kasi nawala ni negative. Kasi negative times negative is equal to positive. Plus, cosine theta squared simply cosine squared theta. Positive lang naman siya pareho. Is equal to 1. And ito, kung mapapansin natin, this is the Pythagorean identity. So, ibig sabihin, ito ay equal to 1. This is equal to 1. So, ibig sabihin, na-verify na natin yung identity. This is from Pythagorean identity. And this is the solution for example number 2. Example number 3, given equation, quantity of 1 plus sine theta times the quantity of 1 plus sine negative theta is equal to cosine squared theta. Ngayon, mapapansin natin dito, meron tayong negative angle ulit. So, automatically, gagamitan natin yan ng even odd identity by the fundamental trigonometric identities. So, gawin natin, i-write down, bring down 1 plus sine theta, kasi siya na muna yan. And then, gagamitan natin itong part na to ng even odd identity. And by even odd identity, sine negative theta is directly equal to negative sine theta. So, pag sinulat natin yan, this is 1 minus sine theta. So, ito, from even odd identity ulit. Ito siya. Is equal to cosine square theta. And then, next na gagawin natin, we multiply the terms. Ito, and ito. So, 1 times 1 is equal to 1. Sine times 1 is equal to positive sine theta. Sine theta. And 1 times negative sine theta is negative sine theta. And positive sine theta times negative sine theta is negative sine squared theta. Ito yun. Is equal to cosine squared theta. So, again, we combine like terms. Ito, this is cancel kasi sin theta minus sin theta is 0. Matitira dito, we have 1 minus sin squared theta is equal to cosine squared theta. And kagaya na sinabi ko kanina sa guidelines natin, kahit pagbalik-balik na rin yung identity, siya pa rin yun. Huwag tayong malilito. Kagaya nito, this is Pythagorean identity pa din. And ito, ibig sabihin is cosine squared theta. And this is cosine squared theta. And nanggaling ito sa Pythagorean identity natin. So, this is the solution for example number 3, verifying trigonometric identities. Example number 4, given equation, cotangent theta plus 1 is equal to cosecant theta times the quantity of cosine theta plus sin theta. Anong side ng equation yung mas complicated? Ang pipili natin is ito. Kasi mas complicated siya sa paningin natin. Ito yung simplify natin ngayon. So this cotangent theta plus 1 is equal to, paanong gagawin natin? Isang way nga, sa isang guideline nga for verifying trigonometric identities, kapag meron tayong nakitang trigonometric function na hindi sine or cosine theta, much better na i-convert muna natin into sine and cosine terms. So, we have cosecant theta here. I-convert natin into sine or cosine terms using the fundamental identity. Anong fundamental identity yun? Gagamitan natin ng reciprocal identity. So, ang reciprocal identity or ang reciprocal ng cosecant theta is 1 over sin theta. So, this is from reciprocal identity ng fundamental identities natin. Multiply to cosine theta plus sin theta. Anong gagawin natin dyan? I-distribute natin itong term na ito dito sa nasa loob ng grouping natin. So, this is cotangent theta plus 1 is equal to 1 over sine theta times cosine theta is simply cosine theta over sine theta. Plus 1 over sine theta times sine theta is sine theta over sine theta. And then we simplify again. This is cotangent theta plus 1 cosine theta over sine theta by quotient identity. This is cotangent theta. So ito, ginamitan natin ng quotient identity. Plus sine theta over sine theta, cancel. This is equal to 1. So ibig sabihin, ito na yung ating solution for example number 4.